Evan gave us a call, went out with Jillian, had a great first date. Unfortunately, no second date, and that's where we come in, see if we can help out. So first of all, Evan, tell everybody how you met Jillian.
We met online. We met on like a dating app.
Okay, and that led to a date, obviously?
Yeah, we went out for a drink. It was really cool. I thought we really clicked. And yeah, no, nothing. I haven't heard from her.
Been ghosted, as the kids say.
Yeah.
Did anything go wrong on the date? We always ask.
I don't think so. I thought we really got along really well. I don't know. It seemed cool. It seemed normal.
All right, well, let's have us give her a call, see if we can figure out what's going on, see if we can get you a second date, okay?
So we've gotten a hold of Jillian, and she's agreed to come on the air with us. So, Jillian, do you remember going out with Evan?
Yeah, I do.
Well, he said you guys had a really great date. Then he said he never heard from you after that and asked us to give you a call on his behalf.
Yeah, it was really great. However, it's just not a good idea for us to date or to go out again.
Why is that? Did something go wrong on the date?
I mean, it's kind of awkward. Is Evan on the other line?
Yeah. Have you heard second date update before? Do you know he's on the other line?
Yeah, I've definitely heard it before, so I kind of know how this goes.
Evan is on the other line. Did you want to talk to him? Are you cool to talk to him?
Hey, what's up, Jillian?
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm good. I don't know, man. I usually don't do this kind of like calling the radio show sort of stuff, but I figured, what the heck? I had a great time with you. So what's up?
So, I mean, it's pretty awkward. It's not a good idea for us to go out again.
Okay, that's so vague, though. Well, like, what do you mean?
So when we were out, I realized that I've dated your brother before.
Sorry, what?
Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense. You said you just moved here like a couple months ago.
But I dated your brother for a while in Stillwater.
Did you go to school down there at Oklahoma State, Jillian?
I did.
Evan, do you have a brother that went to OSU?
I do. I do. Yeah.
Yeah. So I did not have any idea before we went out. And when we were out and you were showing me the picture of your brother that, caught the big fish out in Corpus, like, I realized then that I had totally dated your brother and he dumped me. And it was...
Wait, how long ago? Hold on. How long ago was this? This is crazy. What?
Yeah, we dated for a while.
Jillian, did you say that he dumped you?
He did. Yeah.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah.
No, don't get me wrong. I totally get that, but like, did you guys? I mean,
we dated for a while, so yeah.
Yeah, I guess I just don't even know what to say.
Evan, is your brother still in school or is he back in town?
No. I mean, he's back in town.
He is?
No, wait, what?
Well, our whole goal here was to see if, Jillian, you wanted to go out with Evan a second time, but it sounds like you have a lot of reservations about that.
Definitely. Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Okay, all right. Well, you're a good sport to come on the air with us. Do appreciate your time.
Well, thank you all.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, well, I don't even know what to say, guys.
Well, I mean, you know what? I mean, you really only went on one date with her, so, I mean, you liked her a lot, but you weren't super invested in it, so maybe it's better at this point that...
No, I know, but what are the odds? Oh, jeez.
I wouldn't be so concerned that you wanted to go out with someone who dated your brother. I'd be more concerned the fact that when she found out that he was still in town, she went, "He is?"
That kind of slipped us.
Yeah.
It went by real quick because the bus kept moving, but
Yeah, she was like very excited. It sounded like that he's still in town. It sounded like that would be...
That she would be interested in a second date with that guy.
Yeah, would rather, exactly.
Well, he broke up with her.
I know, but it sounds like she's still thinking about it.
Yeah.
And when she found out he's in town, she's like, oh, wow, we're both here in DFW somewhere, North Texas. All right. 888-787-1963.
That was a lot of awkwardness
That was a lot of awkwardness there, too.
Very uncomfortable.
Is it so bad to date someone that someone in your family dated? In the circumstances. 888-787-1963. If you'd like to comment on that, too. Maybe you've done that before, dated someone in your own family. I'm not dating someone in your own family. No, we're not getting into that. Dated someone.
Not today, at least.
Dated someone that someone in your family dated previously.
Or if you dated somebody in your family.
We got Gordon standing by. He had a great first date with Marielle, but no second date, and we're going to try to help him out this morning. So first of all, Gordon, tell us how you met Marielle.
Well, we live in the same area, and we kind of see each other around a lot.
Okay.
And we ran into each other at a bagel place and started chatting up, and I got her number, which was great. Finally called her up and said, hey, let's go out and do something. So we did, and it was great.
What'd you guys do?
We went to this brew pub, has tons and tons of different types of beer. Felt like it was like a really cool open atmosphere. I haven't been there before, so I figured why not give it a try. And it was a good time. But since then, I haven't heard from her.
Did anything go wrong on the date? We always ask.
Not that I can think of. I mean, it was a pretty social, straightforward date. I mean, nothing stands out.
All right. Well, let's have us give her a call, see if we can figure out what's going on, see if we can get you a second date, okay?
That'd be awesome. Thank you.
So we've gotten a hold of Marielle, and she's agreed to come on the air with us. So, Marielle, do you remember going out with Gordon?
I do. I sure do.
Well, he gave us a call, said you guys had a great first date, and then said he hadn't heard from you since and asked us to give you a call on his behalf.
Okay.
Did you have a good time on the date?
No.
Oh, no. Is that the reason you didn't call him back? It was not a good time?
It just did not go at all the way that I planned. It was very uncomfortable for me the whole time.
Oh, what happened?
He took me to a place that was very different than where I thought we'd be going on a first date. And, I dressed, just cute and maybe a little on the sexy side because I thought that was kind of the vibe of the night. And this place was just filled with families and little kids and noisy. And I felt very on display.
So wait, he did say you guys went to a brew pub. Is that where he told you y'all were going?
He told me we'd go for like some drinks and some food. And so I just expected it to be a little more like nightlife, and it was like family night.
Can we ask the name of this brew pub by any chance?
I think it's called Vector.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
okay.
We go there all the time. That's in our neighborhood, Hawkeye.
Yes.
It's kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese with beer.
No, that's exactly what it felt like.
Yeah, there's kids running around. There's pizza.
Okay, and so you're saying that you were dressed in a manner for a date, and you said you felt uncomfortable?
I felt uncomfortable. I felt very underdressed, I suppose. I mean, overdressed, but just too much of me to be in front of all these kids.
Okay. And because of that, that's why you didn't contact him afterwards, because you just felt out of sorts after the date?
I just felt like everyone was staring at what I was wearing, and I feel like I don't know, it put me in a bad headspace, and I don't think that it was the best date because of it. I would not have worn that if I knew we were going to a family place. I guess I'm just really embarrassed by the whole thing.
Well, Gordon is actually on the other line, and he told us he had never been there before. He just heard it was a fun place. So possibly he didn't know either. Can we bring him in on this conversation? Because he probably has no idea that you felt that way during the date.
Yeah.
Gordon, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Did you hear what Marielle said about the place you guys went?
Yeah, hindsight is 20/20, and that probably wasn't the best place for a first date. I didn't expect it to be as many kids because I've never been there, but I can kind of see what she's saying, and I kind of felt the awkward vibe to a certain extent, but we just chatted away, and I thought we chatted through it. But I'm really sorry for that. That sucks.
Thank you. It did kind of suck. It was a bummer. I was just in my head all night looking at these moms ogling me.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's such a, oh man, that's a bummer. I had no idea.
Hey, we should just say this, though. I mean, it is a fun place to go to, but I can see why, if you're not expecting it to be a family place and you thought it was more of a date place, you could feel just a little out of
Yeah,
sorts.
I mean, you can go on a first date, but I guess not dressed however you were dressing, Mario, that you felt like, you were probably dressed fine, but I understand how you're feeling at the moment.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, nothing you wouldn't see in a normal gastropub bar kind of nightlife first date place, and
But
yeah,
like Gordon says, you were probably in the mindset of, man, I don't feel like I belong here.
very much so. We sat at these long tables, and there were kids at the next section playing Candyland.
Yeah. I love playing Candyland.
Yes, they do have that game.
Candyland.
We've played that with my grandkids.
They have live music sometimes. I mean, it is a nice place, but obviously you didn't feel comfortable.
Yeah. How about this? How about maybe we reset? You guys go out somewhere else. We pick up the tab for date number 2, and you guys have a date, and everybody will understand the expectations before the date. Mario, would you be interested in going out a second time with Gordon?
Yeah, I would love a do-over, honestly.
Gordon, obviously you called us. Are you interested in a do-over?
Hell yeah.
Okay, all right. What's that place that you mentioned, Michelle? Chuck E. Cheese? Is that a good place?
I don't know. Let's go for Applebee's or something else.
All right, we'll figure out a place and that everybody knows about, and we'll send you guys on your way. How about that? A second date? Is that good?
Okay.
That sounds great.
Yeah, thank you.
How about that, Michelle? Look at that. A success story. I'm not going to say it's a long time since we've had a success, but...
Do you remember the last time?
The bell was so far in the back of the shelf.
Oh, it was collecting dust?
I was like moving books and post-it notes like, where's the post? Where's the bell? Where's the bell? All right, well, there you go. You know what? We did good work here today. That's a fun place.
It is. We both love it.
Yeah, we go there all the time with our family, but there are a lot of kids there. And it's not, I'm going to even say this, it's a good place for a first date, too. If you know where you're going, that it's pretty casual, and she thought it was something else.
In fact, I was there this weekend with a friend, and my friend was like, are we sitting in the kid area? I said, no, this is how it is.
This is how
all the time.
Yes, it is like that all the time. And my grandkids, they love to go there. They request it. So
oh, really?
It's
I like playing around.
Yeah, well, if you got, you know what? That's the deal. If you're a family and you got young kids and you want to go out to eat, you want to look for a place where your kids can run around a little bit.
Right, and feel safe.
Shout
out to Vector Brewing. Look at us.
Yes.
and
they provide that.
Yeah, they do.
And they do. But she thought it was something else. Hey, we got it working. We got a date. We got Tyler on the line with us this morning. Gave us a call. Went out with Jennifer, but there was only one date. And he can't figure out what went wrong. We're going to try to help him out this morning. Well, first of all, Tyler, tell us how you met Jennifer.
So I met Jennifer online.
And that led to a date?
Yeah, we were chatting and we decided to just meet up for a drink. And, I thought it went great, but I never heard from her again.
Did anything go wrong on the date? We always ask.
No, there was no red flags or anything like that. It was a pretty awesome first date.
All right. Well, let's have us call Jennifer, see if we can figure out what went wrong, and see if we get you a second date, okay?
All right, appreciate it.
So we've gotten a hold of Jennifer. She's agreed to come on the air with us. So, Jennifer, do you remember going out with Tyler?
Unfortunately, yes, I do.
Oh, unfortunately.
It was the weirdest date ever that I've ever been on.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so we were meeting up to have a drink. At first it was fine, good conversation, and then he asked me if I like steak. And I'm like, yes, I do.
Wait, he asked if you like steak?
Yeah, he did. So I'm assuming he's asking me out on another date, but a nice fancy dinner.
Okay.
Right.
So after the date, I'm thinking he's going to walk me to my car like a gentleman, but instead he brings me to his car and he has a trunk full of steaks that he's selling.
Wait, what? He's selling steaks out of his trunk?
I wish I was making this up, but he seriously was selling steaks in his trunk.
Oh, so he's selling it, not even offering it for free. Not that that would make it any weirder or less weirder.
I know. It was so weird. And I'm like, I politely passed it, the offer, but, it's so weird.
You didn't want to buy steaks.
From his trunk of his car.
No. Who knows where it came from?
Yeah.
I mean, a cow, hopefully. But, yeah.
Somewhere on the supply chain, yes.
A cow, hopefully. Again.
Hopefully, indeed. Okay, and because of all that, because he offered to sell you steaks out of the back of his car, and you thought that was weird, that's why you decided not to pursue this any longer after date number 1?
Yeah, that was just way too weird for me because that's just questionable.
Okay. Pulling back the curtain, he called us and said you guys had a great first date. Didn't mention any of this. He asked us to call you on his behalf, and he is actually on the other line. Can we bring him on the line and just find out more about how this date ended?
Sure, I guess.
All right. Tyler, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Is that true, what Jennifer said, that after the date you took her back to your car and offered to sell her steaks from the trunk?
You were trying to sell her meat?
Okay, so first, it's a totally legit business. I work for a wholesaler, and we usually just sell at kind of off-market locations.
What does that mean, off-market locations?
Like fairs, flea markets, that sort of thing.
Okay.
But we're allowed to sell, on our own at, greatly reduced prices.
To friends and family and dates and stuff?
Yeah, just anyone who, is interested in steak.
That's just so weird, though. How do I really know it's not roadkill?
Well, I mean, you can see that it's packaged. It's not like in a garbage bag.
So it's each steak is individually wrapped or something, or?
You can see the born on date, the expiration date, that sort of thing, and also where it came from. It has origin.
Okay. Jennifer, does that change things?
No, that's still weird, and I don't think it's very hygienic.
Look, so I have a refrigerated trunk. I have it all fitted out. But look, I don't think it's weird, but I would ask, just judge me on the date, not on the delicious beef that I have at great prices.
All right,
You're a
Jennifer.
good sales guy.
If you were to just judge him on the date, you did say it went well, and when he mentioned the steaks, you thought, oh, a second date, we're going out somewhere nice to eat. How about this? We pick up the tab for date number 2. We send you guys someplace nice to eat. Would you have any interest going out with Tyler a second time?
Oh, no, I'm good. I think I'm going to pass on that.
I understand, but, the offer of the steaks is still good. You have my number. And, that goes for you guys, too.
Oh, thank you.
I can get them to the station if you need.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
I mean, do you have different kind of... what do you have? I mean, you know what? We'll talk.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just saying it's a good deal. All right. Jennifer, thank you for coming on the air with us.
Thank you.
All right. Tyler, unfortunately, it didn't happen for you. Do you normally offer dates steak at the end?
Not normally, but I had them in my car, and I figured I'd be doing her a favor, so why not?
All right. I mean, yeah. The shame of this is if he hadn't offered the steaks, they'd still be dating. He just kind of freaked her out with the whole steaks in the trunk.
Well, I mean, are you not interested in steak trunks? You were asking about what cuts he had, Hawkeye.
Yeah, we get the T-bone or something, a delicious steak.
Filet mignon.
See the price. I just kind of want to know. I mean, I did get a good deal on the stump earlier. 888-787-1963. What do eventually, too, here's something that also comment on, too. Tyler, if he hadn't brought it up, eventually he would have brought it up. That's what I do for a living. I sell wholesale steaks at flea markets.
Maybe if he wouldn't have just surprised her, maybe if he would have told her ahead of time.
Yeah.
I don't know, because how is it different from, well...
It's the part that he's selling it like he said, at fairs and flea markets.
Okay, I'm just thinking, what else could you be selling out of your trunk? That would be okay.
Watches. We got Vanessa on the line. She gives a call because she went out with Lloyd, had a great first date. Unfortunately, it never progressed to date number 2. We're going to try to help her out. So first of all, Vanessa, tell us how you met Lloyd.
Well, I live in a townhouse, and he just moved in a few doors down.
Oh, and that led to a date?
Yeah. We started talking while he was, moving in, and I suggested we go down the street for a drink sometime. So that's what we did. We got a drink, and afterward I suggested he come over since I'm obviously established and he was still unpacking So I asked if he wanted to come over and watch Happy Gilmore too. He did. And then he left early, and I feel like he's been avoiding me.
Oh.
Huh.
Did anything happen while he was over watching Happy Gilmore 2? Even maybe,
No.
you know.
I mean, was he upset with the movie? Because, I mean, Hawkeye had some hot opinions about it.
No, I mean, I really don't get it. It was like partway through the movie, and we hadn't been out for an excessively long time to have a drink. And then he was just kind of like, hey, I got to run. I wasn't thinking this was going to be such a long night or something like that. And then he took off. And now I can't get more than like a hey out of him when we pass each other.
Do you want a second date or just want to be more friendly as a neighbor?
I just want to find out what happened. Like, if he doesn't want to go out again, that's fine. But I want to have a good neighbor relationship at least. You know, it's always nice to have a friend in the neighborhood.
All right. We want to move it down the road a little bit. We'll say that.
Yeah, I'm just very confused.
Okay, let's have us give him a call, okay?
Thanks.
We've gotten a hold of Lloyd. He's agreed to come on the air with this. So, Lloyd, do you remember going out with Vanessa?
God, yeah, I knew this would be about her.
Oh.
Already?
Yeah, it was not good.
Well, yeah, she said you guys went out for a drink. I guess you live real close to each other in some townhouses, and you went over to her place to watch Happy Gilmore 2. Is that correct?
Yeah, great movie, really fun.
Well, she says you left like in the middle of it.
Yeah, the parts I saw of it. Yeah, I did. You know, I didn't know how to tell her, but the reason why I didn't finish the movie was just because it was so freaking hot in there.
Wait, what do you mean?
Does she not have working AC?
She must have had it like it was like 85 degrees or something. I'm sitting there sweating, and I think she put a sweater on at one point.
Wait, it was 85 degrees and she even put on a sweater at some point?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't pull out like a temperature gauge or thermometer, but like it was hot.
It was warm?
Not warm. It was hot.
Okay.
It was so uncomfortable in there that A, you decided just to leave, and B, you decided like never to like talk to her again.
I mean, how do you tell someone that it's inhumane? There's like sweat dripping down my back. It was nasty.
Do you think maybe just her AC wasn't working?
I don't think so. She said she had one, so I don't.
So you actually asked her, like matter of fact, like, hey, do you have an AC in here?
Yeah, I mean, I was trying not to be rude. We had a great time. I don't know.
Well, she's actually on the other line, and she didn't mention anything about any of this other than that you guys had a nice time for drinks. She invited you over, and you left really early. Can we bring her in on this conversation? Because maybe her AC was out.
I would explain some things.
All right. Vanessa, are you there?
Yeah.
Was your AC out?
No, I get cold really easily, and so I keep it pretty warm. I did turn the thermostat down to make it nicer for him. That's why I put a sweater on.
I just don't know how you can like sleep in there.
Well, I turn the AC off at night.
You don't even use the AC at night at all?
No.
Okay. I think you're super, and like I had a really great time, but like I don't know. Maybe I'm too sweaty of a man for you.
Well, Lloyd, wait, you're not into the sauna?
Well, wait, before we throw this all away, yeah, you did enjoy her company, right?
I had a great time.
Okay, but it's all because of this AC issue at her house.
You weren't there. No offense, but you don't know. If you were in there, you wouldn't have made it. Like you'd be having the same conversation right now.
Vanessa, has this ever been an issue with you before and having friends over?
My friends have made fun of me a little bit that I like to be so warm, but I did turn the thermostat down. Like, I put on a sweater.
Can we just jump in here and just see, what are we talking about here? What do you normally keep your apartment at, your townhome at, Vanessa?
In the 80s.
80s?
Gosh.
What do you keep yours at, Lloyd?
Yeah, 69, 68.
Ooh, that's a big difference.
That's a big
Depends on
difference.
the
I would
day.
be freezing all the time. Look, I save a lot on electricity, and I'm comfortable.
Yeah, you're driving people away. I think you're great. I really do. Which is why I'm sorry. I'm not meaning to laugh at you. We're laughing together. It's odd to me.
Well, we'll pick up the tab for date number 2 if you two would like to go out. Maybe like a neutral site. Maybe something like that. Lloyd, would you have any interest in something like that?
I think Vanessa's great, and like I'd love to be friends, continue to be neighbors. I appreciate the offer. I just think it's not necessarily the best fit for either of us.
Vanessa, are you cool with that or hot with that?
You're in timeout. Yeah, that's fine. I don't want it to be weird. I don't want it to be awkward. And I guess, finish the movie on your own.
Indeed. Gonna have to watch Happy Gilmore too if he has Netflix. But here's my question here, okay? There's got to be couples out there who are listening right now who married or are together and they are very different. I call it the reverse thermostat couple.
Of course, yeah. I think it's every couple.
Yeah, I know. Yes, I'm sure every couple fights over the thermostat. But I wonder if there's couples out there that...
We fight about it in here.
I know, we do all the time. But to that extent, where someone keeps... I mean, the 80s is really, really high. I couldn't...
You might as well just sit outside.
I know. I mean, I could not have a house where it's 80s. I mean, that's where you air condition it to. Could you?
I don't know that you're air conditioning it at 85.
Well, if it's 90
you're just
outside.
blowing hot air.
Exactly. What do you keep? Because you and I are very different, and we work together in a very small room. And you always like it warmer in here. In fact, right now you have a giant sweater on, and I am sweating. This is no joke.
No, but it's different because you're behind that board. That board, it radiates heat. That's why it's warmer over there.
Do you have the blanket this morning? Because
not the blanket this morning. I did have it yesterday.
Yeah,
I was so cold yesterday. No, it's different with the baby. We keep it much cooler.
Okay.
Because the baby has to have a certain temperature.
Oh yeah, I've heard that too. You have to have a baby temperature,
yes,
right?
Yes, there's a baby temperature.
All right. We got Jackson on the line with us this morning. He gave us a call because he went out with Tess. They had a great first date. Unfortunately, he has not heard from Tess in a while. We're going to see if we can help him out. So first of all, Jackson, tell us how you met Tess.
Yeah, it was through an online platform, online dating. I actually just moved to town, so it's a good way for me to meet new people and also find new places.
All right, very nice. Thank you for choosing us also, apparently.
Thank you, guys. I've been listening to the show. It's been getting me introduced.
Very cool. All right, so what'd you guys do on your date?
Just went out for dinner and drinks. It was really good, I thought, but now I'm not hearing from her.
Okay. Did anything go wrong on the date? You know we always ask.
No, it seemed like a good date to me.
All right. Well, let's have us give her a call and see if we can help you out, okay?
All right. Thank you, guys.
So we've gotten a hold of Tess. She's agreed to come on the air with us. So, Tess, do you remember going out with Jackson?
Yeah, I do.
Well, he gave us a call, said you guys had a great first date. Then he said he never heard from you after that and asked us to give you a call on his behalf.
Okay. Well, after the date, I got a call 30 minutes later, and it was Jackson asking if I could come back and give him a ride home because he couldn't get his car started. And I was already home and had to drive all the way back and pick him up and then take him home, and he didn't live anywhere nearby. And then the next day, he called me again asking if I could drive him to the garage that he had his car in. How it's suddenly my responsibility to give him a ride everywhere is kind of beyond me.
Oh, well. I mean, I guess that is a lot to ask, especially from a first date.
I think so.
So was your thought process after did you give him a ride out to get his car picked up?
Yeah, but I felt kind of stuck and obligated to.
Okay. Did you decide after that, you didn't really want to continue dating him?
Yeah.
And why did you decide that?
I don't know. It's just not a good look, and I didn't even know him, and he couldn't have called a friend or someone, or even take an Uber. I just feel like I'm going to be stuck taking him everywhere.
Okay. Well, here's the deal. He didn't mention any of that. He just mentioned you guys went on a date. He forgot to add that part. Jackson's on the other line. Can we bring him in on this conversation? Kind of find out where his head is with all this?
Sure.
Jackson, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, yeah.
Is what Tess said, is that basically true?
I mean, it is, other than the part of how I'm always going to need a ride. My car broke down. It got fixed now. And to be fair, she did say if, there's anything she could do to help. So I figured, that's better than an expensive Uber. Or I just moved there. I don't really have friends in town yet.
I would have taken an Uber before asking someone I didn't really know to drive me home, and then called them the next day asking them again.
Okay, I just thought that we'd, kind of hit it off, and it'd be a convenient way to see you again, and that's why I was hoping to take you on another date to make up for it. And my treat.
I don't know. It just feels like it's kind of becoming my problem, and it's not. It shouldn't be.
Can we ask you a question? Where was your date?
Lower Greenville?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, and where did she have to drive you home to that evening?
I just got a place out in Farmers Branch.
Oh.
That's kind of a long drive.
Yeah.
Where do you live?
I live just a couple blocks from where our date was.
Oh.
Oh, so driving someone all the way out to Farmers Branch and back.
It's really far.
Well, I mean, I did drive all the way there for the date, so.
Yeah, but you suggested that place. I just agreed to it.
Okay, I mean, you also suggested if there's any way you could help.
We're going to circle back to that. All right.
Jackson, you do say your car is fixed now?
It's pretty fixed.
Oh.
What does that mean, pretty fixed?
I mean, they got it up and running again. There's a few things. They'll have to go back eventually, but it's pretty fixed.
So I'm going to be on call? Is that what you're saying?
Hey, drinks are on me.
All right. Well, here's the deal. If you'd like to go out and test with Jackson a second time, we'd pick up the tab for date number 2.
The Uber.
And the Uber, in case there's a need for an Uber. We'll pick up the tab for that. Do you have any interest in going out a second time with Jackson?
I'm sorry, but no.
Okay. Well, we do appreciate your time. Thank you so much for coming on the air with us.
Thank you.
Jackson, you know what we're going to do for you? We don't normally do this, but since you're new in town, you don't know a lot of people, and you're having a little bit of a car problem, the money that we were going to spend on the date and the Uber, we're going to send that to you so you can, if you need an Uber ride, since you don't know a lot of people, get you by another time, okay?
Oh, wow. Thanks. I appreciate that, because honestly, my car is worse than I was saying. And also, DART doesn't go all these places, so I need the way to get around. So thank you.
All right. Well, there you go. It'll help you out a little bit. But I guess the question is, should he have asked for the second time to, take her to the garage? Or maybe even the first time was too much. Should he have taken an Uber home at that time? Especially since he didn't live anywhere near where they went out to eat.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he felt so comfortable, and I don't know. Again, we always throw this out there. If it was Brad Pitt asking you for a ride, right? Would you say, yeah, I want to go spend more time with you. I'll give you a ride. But at what point does it get old?
Yeah, you know what? If you're already home from the date, she says she was home for 30 minutes. And maybe in her pajamas even. And she and then she had to go back. I don't know if I'd do that for Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt, call an Uber.
If I was broken down and I called you, you were already in your pajamas, Hawkeye.
I'd come pick you up. And take you all the way
Huffy and Puffy.
And take you out to Farmers Branch and drop you off.
Wow.
We got Connor on the line this morning. Connor gave us a call, went out with Bree, had a pretty nice first date, he said, but has not heard from Bree since. We're going to try to help him out. So first of all, Connor, tell everybody how you met Bree.
Yeah, well, actually, we both live in the same area, and so we live near the Katy Trail, and we run. So we saw each other around there a lot.
Okay. And how did that lead to a date?
Well, we actually both just ran a 5K, and so I recognized her from the neighborhood, and I just ran up and said hi and started chatting. I've always kind of had an eye on her, and yeah, I just took my opportunity, So after we finished the race, I saw her at the beer tent, and I went up, and I just started chatting. I kind of, got some courage and approached her.
Okay.
After that, we started talking on Instagram or DMing, and I eventually asked her to go out.
All right, sounds great. What'd you guys do on your date?
So we actually, like I said, we live really close, so we decided to go for a run. So we ran on the Katy Trail to the ice house, actually. We were like, let's go for a little run and then have a beer.
Okay.
Nice.
A running date. Okay. And she was cool with that? I mean,
I was going to ask. I mean, physical sports.
I know. It sounds weird, but if I hadn't seen her running so often, if I didn't know she was a runner, I wouldn't have asked. But I thought it'd be fun to do the thing we bond over,
No, I think that's a good idea. I mean, you both are interested in that. So, okay. So how did that go?
Honestly, it was really good. I thought it was nice. We chatted. We kind of had a good vibe going. But I'm calling because I haven't heard from her since. So something's up, and I don't know what it is, but she's not responding to my DMs at all, and I really don't know what happened.
Okay, can we ask this question here? Are you sure that she thought of this as a date? Maybe she just thought like it was kind of just a meetup kind of thing?
No, I was explicit. I asked if we could, go out and start talking. I guess that's not that explicit now that I think about it, but it's...
Okay, but I mean, it was rather implied. We can say that.
Yeah, I think that's what the beer portion of it was, It was like, let's go for a rum, but then let's go get a drink. And, a drink is a pretty common first date.
Okay. All right. Well, let's give her a call, see if we can figure out what's going on, and see if we can have this continue on for you, okay?
So we've gotten a hold of Bree, and she's agreed to come on the air with us. So, Bree, do you remember going out with Connor?
Yeah.
Well, he said you guys, I guess, met for a run and then got a beer and then ran home. Is that a correct assessment of your date?
That's what we did, yeah.
Well, he said after that he never heard from you, and he asked us to give you a call on his behalf.
Also true. Look, I know I'm being picky, but it's just when Connor met up with me for the run, he was wearing cologne. And I know it's silly, but it's just like a major turnoff to me when guys wear cologne when they work out or run. Just like gives me the ick, especially like cheap cologne.
So he was smelly with a mixture of cologne, is what you're saying?
I mean, it was just really overpowering. And it's like, dude, like, come on. Like, we're going for a run. Like, why are you, I don't know. Like, why are you dousing yourself in cologne? Because then, yeah, you're going to, like, sweat and stuff. And the smell's just going to get really overpowering. It's just a lot.
I'm going to be honest. I run, and if I run in a group and there's a guy in there wearing cologne, it's like, oh, man.
Is it just amplified that much more?
Yes. It is not a good thing to wear cologne on a run. And working out, like, have you ever been to a gym when someone's wearing cologne when they're working out?
Yeah, I guess it is overpowering.
Yeah, it just, I get what you're saying. Well, here's the deal. Connor's on the other line. He asked us to give you a call on his behalf. Can we bring him in on this conversation? Maybe he's just overambitious about the date or something.
Sure.
Okay. Connor, are you there?
Hey, yeah, I'm here. Listen, it was a run, yeah, but it was also a date. So I kind of felt like cologne was actually appropriate. I wanted to smell nice for you, and I got to say, it wasn't cheap cologne. All right, it was Cody Johnson's leather.
I mean, it smelled like leather. It smelled like an old shoe.
Oh.
I mean, like, come on. Like, it was just a lot. Like, when did you spill the bottle on yourself?
You're being rather picky for somebody who is considerably older than me.
Oh, considerably older than you? I'm 3 years older than you. We're pretty much the same age.
You are in your 30s, and I'm in my 20s, so it's kind of a big difference.
What? No, you're 29. You'll be 30 in what, like a few months or something? You're basically also in your 30s. We're pretty much the same age. That's ridiculous.
Connor, you sure you want to go that route with the age thing?
I don't know. I got to tell you, I feel a little offended at the cologne comment. I really thought I was doing a nice thing. I thought we had a good time, and I feel like I've been, I don't know, almost ambushed here. I had no idea it was that offensive, and so I don't know. I said what I said.
I mean, maybe you take this as, I don't know, advice. Do you usually wear cologne when you work out?
It's not about the cologne. Obviously, it's not about the cologne. We all know that. I think it's clearly something else. She's afraid to say it, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why you're being shady here.
It started about the cologne because it was nasty, and I did not enjoy being near you. And, like, ideally, you want to enjoy being near somebody you're dating. But now, you're calling me old. Oh, you're in your 30s. I'm in my 20s. Like, you're gross, dude. Like, I don't want to talk to you.
I'm gross? Whoa, cool. I didn't say you were old. I just said you were older than me, but you took it that way, obviously. You're really defensive here. You're calling me gross.
You're pointing out that I'm in my 30s and you're in your 20s. Dude, like, when's your birthday?
True? That's true, right?
30. You're pretty close to 30. Like, this is stupid.
Well, regardless, you're in your 30s. I'm in my 20s. I don't think I'm not lying to you, so why are you getting defensive about it?
You're not lying, but you also did not need to mention that. Like, that was just, like, a stupid, asinine thing to bring up. Like, obviously,
well, you didn't need to mention the cologne, did you?
That was going to help you.
So if we were to, like, just kind of see where we are with that, neither of you are interested in going out again? Is that correct?
No.
No, I'm going to go for someone my own age.
Oh. What are you doing, dude?
All right.
Okay.
So glad I took the time to answer this call.
Bree, we appreciate you coming on the air with us. Thank you so much for being part of the show.
Yeah.
Connor, you didn't get the second date. obviously.
It's pretty shocking, I know.
Did you have to go? Was it a good idea to go scorched earth with her though? Because that seems like what you did.
I thought she was being pretty rude. I don't know. Something snapped in me because she didn't have to talk to me like that, you know?
Okay, all right. That got really off the rails.
It did not turn out well.
No, the comment about the ages, he didn't really need to go there. I can understand, she didn't call him back because she didn't like the whole cologne thing. I get that. You wore too much cologne, I think.
That was below the belt.
Yeah.
We're talking boxing.
Yeah, it was. Well, you wore too much cologne. She said that's a turnoff for me. She was turned off on the date. That's what happened.
Yeah.
He wanted an explanation. He got an explanation. Sometimes that's happened. You get the explanation. You don't like it, but that's why she didn't call him back.
And she said, maybe I'm being picky. Had he not worn anything and just, I don't know, had his natural odors, maybe it would have been more attractive to her.
I mean, they obviously ran out of 5K and he hung out at the beer tent with her afterwards. So
he didn't have it on then, right?
Probably didn't have it on then, or she wouldn't have accepted a date.
Yeah.
The whole age thing. And, I'm in my 20s, you're in my 30s. When he's just a few months away from being 30.
That was low.
We got Shelby on the line this morning. She gave us a call because she went out with Ashton, had a great first date. Unfortunately, she has not heard from Ashton since that date, and we're going to try to help her out. So first of all, Shelby, tell us how you know Ashton.
We grew up in the same neighborhood, and I know him and his friends really well. And I saw them out, and I wrote my number on a cocktail napkin and handed it to Ashton.
Oh, wow.
Had you guys been talking at all there where you saw him out, or?
I guess a little bit here and there. Not really. But he ended up texting me, and we got together.
Okay, all right. And how did that go?
It was great. We had a lot of fun, and I thought it was a great date, but he never asked for a second date, got back to me. So, I don't know.
All right. Well, let's give him a call and see if we figure out what's going on. See if he gets a second date, okay?
Okay.
So we've gotten a hold of Ashton. He's agreed to come on the air with us. So, Ashton, do you remember going out with Shelby?
Oh, I thought this was going to be about something else.
Were you expecting a call from something else,
or did you thought we were going to ask you about something else? Well, what we're calling about is, Shelby gave us a call, said you guys went on a date. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I did. I do.
Well, she said you guys had a great time. She said she never heard from you after that, and asked us to give you a call on her behalf.
I see. Well, I mean, I did have a pretty good time with Shelby, but we had kind of talked about this before, and we had agreed to keep us going out on the down low, not tell anybody. And now it's like everybody in Fort Worth knows about it. I felt a little bit betrayed, I guess.
Okay, you didn't want anybody to know that you were going out with her?
Well, no, because because we discussed it. We talked about it, and we said, hey, okay, let's just keep this between us. All of a sudden, I have some people calling me, and she obviously went back on what she said, and I'm just I just feel a little upset about that, and I didn't want to deal with it.
Well, here's what's going on here. She gave us a call, said you guys had a great first date, and then she said she never heard from you after that, asked us to give you a call on her behalf. She's actually on the other line right now.
Hi.
Is it okay if we connect you two?
At this point, yeah. I mean,
I had a great time. I was wondering why you didn't get back to me, and it was because you want to keep it secret.
Well, what do you mean? We talked about it. We talked about it for a bit, and it was decided upon, and we agreed. Let's just keep this between us.
I just don't understand what the big deal is. Why it has to be that way.
Well, we talked about it. What do you mean?
Well, your friends are my friends. Why do we have to keep it a secret?
My friends are not your friends. My friends are people that come into your bar that you wait on sometimes. It's not the same thing.
Okay.
Shelby, is it true? I guess, is that where y'all met? Y'all met at the bar that you work at?
Yeah, I mean, we also grew up in the same place, but yeah, we know each other from the bar.
We know each other from the bar, but that's it. We we have totally different people that we hang out with, and I don't know. I have a particular kind of friends, and I just wanted I didn't want everybody to know.
You didn't want everybody to know you went out with the waitress.
I wouldn't put it like that, but we agreed on this. I don't know what we talked about this, and you were very comfortable. You made it sound like it was no big deal, and I just didn't want a bunch of. I got my own reasons, but we agreed on it, and everything was set. And now you're kind of trying to embarrass me or whatever. So, and I don't know why you told everybody. I don't know why you. We talked about it, and then the next day, people know. It's like, why?
Yeah, because I was really excited about it.
It's like everybody knows. It's like how I can't. It's trust. You completely broke the trust that we had.
You know what? Just skip it. I mean, you got what you wanted, and then you were done, and that's it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ashton, did you have a good time with Shelby? Did you guys enjoy each other's company?
He had a good time.
Okay. Well, our whole goal was to see if you two wanted to go out a second time. But Ashton, you're saying you're not interested, even if we pick up the tab for date number 2?
I'm not interested.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to let this end here. Ashton, thank you for coming on the air. Do appreciate your time.
Yeah.
All right. Shelby, unfortunately, that didn't play out the way that you had hoped.
Yeah, it didn't.
All right. That was a very unfortunate situation between those two. I think we all...
Unfortunate. That guy's a jerk.
Indeed. That's what makes it so unfortunate. Because he obviously called her up. They went out, and then he wanted to, let's just keep this all secret.
Imagine all the other stuff in the relationship he would want to keep all secret.
Yeah.
I don't know, their marriage.
Obviously. We got Michael on the line. Michael went out with Brighton, had a great first date, but unfortunately has not heard from her since that day. We're going to try to help him out. So first of all, Michael, tell us how you met Brighton.
So, we met at a business conference originally last year, and then we stayed in touch, kind of like text messages and emails, and then we ran into each other at a restaurant, just randomly. So we started talking. I suggested that we hang out, took her to dinner. I thought it went really good, actually, but I haven't heard back from her since.
All right. So I want to make sure we get this straight. So you've known her for a while, and just when you kept in touch with her, it was kind of like a business thing that you kept in touch with her, or was it like a friendly thing?
It's more of a business thing. So we met at a conference. So we network. So we're just keeping relationships, So we were talking like that for a little while, and then we just saw each other at a restaurant, and we just hung out there, and we started talking. We ended up getting a drink, and then we went out a couple weeks later. I asked her out officially to dinner. So.
And she knew it was a date, right? That's, I guess, what we're getting at.
Yeah, it was official. It was a date. I asked her out. Do you want to go on a date with me?
You said those words.
You want to go on a date? All right. Well, did anything go wrong on the date?
I don't think so. I mean, it was fun. We didn't, ended with a kiss on the cheek. So it wasn't like we didn't go hot and heavy the first date or anything like that.
Okay. Well, let's have us give her a call, see if we can figure out what's going on, and see if we can get you a second date, okay?
Okay.
So we've gotten a hold of Brighton, and she's agreed to come on the air with us. So, Brighton, do you remember going out with Michael?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I do.
Well, he gave us a call, said you guys had a great first date, then said hadn't heard from you since, and asked us to give you a call on his behalf.
Yeah, when a date kind of ends with a thud, I'm not super eager to go on a second date. So that's kind of where I left it.
Was there a reason? Did something go wrong?
A thud? Yeah. What do you mean by a thud?
Yeah, so trying to put it nicely, right? A thud. But actually, most of I would say the majority of the date was fine. Actually, kind of nice, I would say. But it was the end of the date, actually, where it kind of all just fell apart. Basically, it's really weird because Michael brought out a bunch of paperwork that he had in his bag, and then he proceeded to ask me to make a donation to his kid's Little League team.
Wait, what? On the date, he asked you to donate to his kid's Little League team?
Soliciting to me, yes. And I don't know, the people pleaser in me came out a little bit because I didn't do it, but I felt all this pressure on me to it's this kid, right? I'm trying to be nice. Should I make a donation even though this is weird? I wasn't sure what to do.
Yeah, kind of put you on the spot.
Totally. And it made me wonder, too, if the whole reason he even went out with me was to just get me to spend money.
Oh, make a donation. It's okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't mention any of this. He just said you guys went out, and he's actually on the other line. Can we bring him in on this conversation?
Oh, my gosh.
It's up to you. If you don't want to do this, we can end this right here.
it sounds like you want some clarity on it. So sure, like if we could just keep it brief, maybe. But yeah, it's
Okay.
awkward. But
All right. Michael, are you there?
Oh, I'm here.
Is that true what Brighton said, that you asked her to make a donation to your kids' Little League team?
Well, she's kind of misrepresenting a little bit. First, I want to address the whole, me asking you out to get money out of you. I paid for dinner, so I don't know what you're talking about. And number two, you saw my daughter's paperwork. I had a whole bunch of paperwork in my bag, and you asked about it, so I showed it to you. So we talked. And, yeah, you signed up. I really probably shouldn't have even asked you to sign up now knowing that you felt this way about it. But at the time, you were not alluding that this was something you didn't want to do. And it's AAU basketball. It's elite level. She's not in Little League, okay? And first of all, it's not a Little League team. This is AAU basketball. She is an elite level basketball player, so it's not Little League.
okay.
Does that make it any better, Brighton?
I listen. At my age, I understand. Like I don't have kids myself, but my dating pool, men are going to have kids. Listen, I spent time getting myself ready. Trying to be optimistic, going on this date to get to know someone. I wasn't prepared to do more than that. Like I wasn't there to make a donation.
Well, you didn't really make a donation. I mean, this is like a subscription, okay? You get something every single month.
Oh, that's right. I actually forgot. I do get that piece of candy every single month. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just a piece of candy, though. You get a selection of chocolates every month. Like, it's a subscription. You didn't just donate and get a piece of candy.
Okay, you sound really angry, and I just think maybe you need to just read the room a little bit. And
I'm not really angry, but if you didn't want to, this is my daughter we're talking about, and you just I know you don't have kids, so you don't really understand.
Yeah,
you didn't have to donate. And then if you didn't want to go out on a second date,
I just think that you shouldn't be asking dates to buy candy bars at the end of the day to support.
And then don't start talking about its money and all that, because I spent a hefty penny on our dinner, so it ain't like I'm asking you for money.
Okay, that's the second time you've mentioned that. I'm definitely obviously
it's the first time you brought it up, and I happened to hear it on the radio, so don't even act. You can twist and turn it all. You know what? I don't want a second date.
Okay, good. This is way too intense for me.
Okay, we're going to jump in here because our whole goal is
understanding that you just don't like kids is probably what it is.
No, that's exactly it.
Okay, we're going to jump in here because our whole goal is to see if you two wanted to go on a second date, and this guy's gotten off the rails, so obviously that's not going to happen. Brighton, thank you so much for coming on the air with us. Do appreciate your time.
It was good to talk to you. Thank you.
All right.
We'll have a good time.
Don't let her fool you guys. She does this gambit all the time. She's over here. You twist and turn your word.
Whoa.
Michael, why would you even say that? Because you went on a date with her. You obviously kept in touch. You networked with her. You said you talked to her that night at the restaurant before you guys went out.
Do you have children?
Yes.
Yeah. She shouldn't have done that. If she didn't want to donate to my daughter, that's fine. You don't want to go out on a second date, that's fine. But playing games and then not texting back, and then me ended up on the radio while you try to twist stuff like this, it's not going to fly. It's just not.
You called us, though. You called us at the radio station. I just want to clarify that. You did call us. She didn't call, we didn't call you. You called us.
Yes, I did. And now I regret that, just like she regretted going out on the date. So we all learned something.
Oh, man. That escalated.
Whoa.
I wish you could have seen our faces when he dropped that.
We're shocked.
Yeah, we were just like, I didn't even know what to... I'd be honest.
Did he say what we thought he said?
I hit that bump. Yeah, I hit the beat so fast, but I didn't... We looked at each other like, what do we do at this point?
How angry... Well, you handled it well. Although he sounded very upset with you, too.
I thought it funny at the end, he was referring to it as a donation, too.
Oh, yeah, he did say, she donated. Wait a second. Initially said it wasn't.
It was a subscription. I thought it wasn't a donation. And just that issue alone, I don't know if on the first date I would pull that out of my bag. Why are you even bringing your bag on a date? It sounded like he planned to do this. Like he said, you asked about it.
Well,
we got Trace on the line this morning. He gave us a call and went out with Amanda. He thought the date went great, but hasn't heard from her since. And that's where we come in and try to help him out. So first of all, Trace, tell us how you met Amanda.
Well, I'm really good friends with her brother. So we were hanging out in like a big group. Everybody was kind of boring, so I just spent most of my time talking to her because she was real cute.
Okay.
Fair.
And that led to a date?
I had an extra ticket to the Rangers game, so I asked her if she wanted to go.
Oh, okay. Okay. And how did that go?
I thought it went well.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, she likes baseball enough. I mean, she doesn't know a lot, but, she's...
But nothing went wrong, like you didn't spill beer or something over her?
Got hit by a foul ball.
No. She has both of her eyes intact.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. But you're calling us. Are we correct in assuming you haven't heard from her since?
Yeah, I reached out to her after, and I haven't heard from her. And, I haven't, asked her brother about it because I thought that was kind of weird. So I guess I'm talking to you guys.
All right. Well, let's see if we can get in touch with Amanda and see if we can get you a second date.
Okay.
So we've gotten a hold of Amanda. She's agreed to come on the air with us. So, Amanda, do you remember going out with Trace?
I do, yeah.
Well, he gave us a call. I guess you guys went to a Ranger game. He said you guys had a pretty good time, but he said he hadn't heard from you since and asked us to give you a call on his behalf.
Yeah, did he tell you what happened after the game?
Oh, again. Here we go.
Something happened?
No, he did not tell us anything that happened after the game. What happened after the game?
Yeah, so he's like, oh, I bought something online. Do you mind if we stop and pick it up on the way to your place? It's right on the way.
Okay.
So I was like, sure, doing errands on the first date, kind of fun, whatever. It turned out he was picking up a box of snakes.
Oh.
A box of snakes?
So many snakes. And then he took this box and put it in my lap.
I mean, it's not funny. I'm sure it was terrifying.
I'm not a big snake fan. You could have put them in the back seat or anywhere else, just got in the car, dropped them in my lap. And there was one little snake in there that kept trying to stick its head through the little hole in the box. And I'm sitting there this thing's hissing at me with the tongue out. And I'm like, no, thank you.
And that was so off-putting that you decided not to contact him after the date?
Obviously.
Yeah, I guess. There were snakes, of course. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm not a fan of snakes either, so I totally understand that. Well, he did not, like we said, he did not mention anything about after the day. He said you guys just went to the Ranger game. He's on the other line. Can we bring him in on this conversation to find out more about this?
Go ahead.
All right. Trace, are you there?
Yeah?
Yeah, on the form, did it not tell us about everything that happened on the date? What, you didn't say anything about this at all.
And we asked you, did anything go wrong on the date?
So first of all, these were not poisonous snakes or anything or dangerous in any way, shape, or form. They're coral snakes. What's the issue? Secondly, I'm a teacher. I was going to bring these in for my students. Amanda's older than my students. What, she couldn't handle the snakes?
Amanda, you couldn't handle the snakes?
Why do you think I would want to do that on a date?
I don't know. I guess I figured the date was over by then. The date was the game. Maybe I'm compartmentalizing.
I was still with you. You dropped a box of snakes in my lap. That is still part of the date.
But the snakes were in the box. You were safe from the snakes.
I don't know about snakes. Those are not for me. So I think it's a question you should have asked me before doing that kind of errand.
I mean, you had no issue holding the bag of dead mice. That was totally fine for you. So I thought that was pretty
The bag
cool.
of what?
Dead mice. They were in the bag that I gave you before I gave you the box.
That was a bag of dead mice?
Well, yeah, the snakes needed to eat, right? I guess I could have found...
Disgusting. You think that I want to not only hold snakes, but a bag of dead mice on a date?
Trace, you gave her a bag of dead mice?
But it is frozen as well. I mean, we tried, and it was vacuum sealed. It's fine. Whatever.
I'm even more grossed out than I ever thought I was.
What's the difference between dead mice and broccoli if it's sealed? Right?
I think there's a lot of difference. We're going to jump in here. Our whole goal was to see if you two wanted to go out a second time, we would pick up the tab for date number 2. Trace, would you like to maybe at least apologize to Amanda for bringing her on this chore and not even informing her before what it was?
For what? For helping me get some stuff for my students? Nobody got hurt. The bag was sealed. There's no grossness. What am I apologizing for?
Okay, well, I just thought maybe since someone was uncomfortable. Our whole goal was to see, Amanda, if you'd like to go out a second time with Trace, we would pick up the tab for date number 2. There's nothing to apologize for, so it wasn't a big deal. Would you like to go out with Trace a second time?
Pass.
Okay, all right. You're a good sport to come on the air. This do appreciate your time. Grace, can we ask you a question? You had an opportunity. I mean, she's obviously was freaked out about it. She told you she didn't like holding the box of snakes. Maybe you didn't pick it up at the time of the date, but when you had an opportunity, we still don't understand why you don't apologize for that.
Is it wrong for people to feel uncomfortable? Like, is that something that we're teaching people? Is like, we just have to get a little more acclimated to uncomfortability, and that'll help us in life.
The lesson today, kids.
Yes, get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Great lesson. 888-787-1963 if you want to comment on today's second date update. Here's a couple of things. First of all, was that a good idea to stop and pick up the snakes? It's just a box of snakes, right? Nothing big. I would personally not want to have a box of snakes on my lap.
Maybe 10 years into your marriage, okay? But first date.
Yeah, exactly. Then there's that. And then also the whole thing about not apologizing. He had an opportunity to apologize. She obviously was uncomfortable. That's why she didn't call him back. Why don't you just take that opportunity to try to make things right if you want to continue on and have a second date?
Sounds like he just wanted to make his point.
Exactly. We got Corey on the line this morning. Corey gave us a call because he went out with Cassandra. Unfortunately, only had one date. We're going to try to help him out this morning. First of all, Corey, tell us how you met Cassandra.
So me and Cassandra, we met at UNC. We were at school and we went to this party together. We exchanged some numbers and started texting, and we were texting a lot, like there was some flirting. So eventually I kind of, I asked her to go out on a date, and so we go out and we got a beer. I thought everything was cool, but I haven't heard from her since.
Okay. Did anything go wrong on the date? We always ask.
No, I thought everything was pretty cool, man. I thought everything went well, so I feel kind of weird about it, but I don't know. I thought everything was cool, but haven't heard from her.
All right, well, let's have us reach out to her and see if we can get you a second date, okay?
All right, that sounds good, man. Thanks.
So we've gotten a hold of Cassandra. She's agreed to come on the air with this. So, Cassandra, do you remember going out with Corey?
Yes, I remember.
Well, he gave us a call, said you guys had a great first date. Then he said he hadn't heard from you since and asked us to give you a call on his behalf.
Well, we barely had a first date.
Why do you say barely?
We met up for a bar. I don't know what he told you, but we met up at a bar, and we were only there for a couple of minutes before his phone started blowing up, and I was concerned. I asked him if everything was okay because he couldn't take his eyes off his phone, and he said his friends were partying and he wanted to go meet up with them, and I told him he could go if he wanted to, and he left.
Oh, that was it?
That was literally the whole date.
Oh, wait, how long was he there?
Less than 30 minutes.
Oh.
So you get there immediately, his phone starts blowing up from his buddies.
Yeah, and I just assumed he didn't have a good time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody...
Like, have my friends text me so I can get out of this.
Oh, you thought his friends were texting him to get him out of the date?
Yeah, he didn't take his eyes off his phone. And when I said that he could leave, he just got, super happy and took off.
Okay.
Like you gave him permission to leave, like you were his parent?
Yeah.
Okay. And because of that, you just assumed, why bother going out with him again? He's really not that interested in going out with you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, here's the deal. He apparently is, because he gave us a call and said you guys had a great date. He is on the other line. Can we bring him in on this conversation to kind of find out where his head is at with this whole thing?
Yeah, that's okay.
Corey, are you there?
Yeah, look, I guess this is kind of some news to me. I thought we had a good date. I thought everything was chilling. I thought everything was a good time. And I guess it's kind of news to me that you gave me permission to go hang out with the boys.
Okay, I gave you permission, but that's a bad move. To invite someone out on a date and then go hang out with your friends?
It was weird circumstances. They weren't partying when you and me met, right? This was kind of an event. I feel like I had to be a part of, you know what I mean? And you're the one that gave me permission to go and do it. So I guess I don't understand. It feels like you're kind of going back on the vibe that you put out there in the first place. You know what I mean?
You're saying she gave you permission, so it's kind of on her now?
I mean, a little bit. If she wasn't cool with it, she could have voiced that then, no?
And sound crazy on a first date?
I mean, in my opinion, it's either sound crazy then or sound crazy on the radio now. So it's either you're crazy then or now, because now look where we're at. You left me hanging, and I was
on the radio.
Yeah, but that's because you left me hanging. Like, you could have hit me back. Like, I've just been getting ghosted. I figured this would be the only way to get a hold of you at this point, right? This is all this is sort of on you. Like, you could have taken a little bit of accountability on, like, what you were feeling in that moment, and maybe we would avoid this. Because I just wanted to kick it with the boys. Like, they had, like, an event going on, and, like, some stuff was happening. And, like, I put it out there that I was down to stay and be on the date. You know what I mean? But you're the one that said that it was cool to not be.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to feel like an option.
Corey, can you see how she felt that way when you left, like, in 30 minutes and you weren't there for a long time?
I guess, but can you see how I feel like she just wasn't very honest in that moment? You know what I mean?
Cassandra, do you see how you weren't very honest in that moment?
I can take accountability that I wasn't very honest, but I also didn't want to be on a date with someone whose mind was somewhere else.
Corey, can you see how your mind was somewhere else?
Yes, but, like, I feel like where my mind was at is that my mind was in the place of supporting my friends. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's a good quality, right? And also, like, I kind of thought that Cassandra would have been, like, kind of a cool chick because, like, she saw how important it was for me to hang out with my friends. You know what I mean? Like, therefore, I thought that she was kind of number one for that. I was like, yo, like, that's a great quality to have. She was supportive of me going and hanging out with the boys. So, I mean, I thought she was pretty cool for that.
Okay, all right. How about that, Cassandra? You're pretty cool for that.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be ditched.
Our whole goal is to see if you'd like to go out a second time with Corey. We would pick up the tab for date number 2. Now that everything's been explained out there on the table,
yeah.
Would you have any interest in going out a second time with Corey?
Respectfully, no.
Okay, all right. Well, you're a good sport to come on the air. Do appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me. Have a good rest of your day, you guys.
Thank you.
Hey, man, I mean, if those funds are, like, still available, I mean, me and the boys could go out, though. You know what I mean? Like, we could get an event going, just me and the boys.
An event, yeah.
Yeah, just him and the boys.
Yeah, if the funds are still available. Unfortunately, that's not really the way it works. But you know what? I think the important question here is this on Cassandra? Because, I mean...
That's the vibe she put out.
Yeah, that he could go. He asked. She said go. So
You got permission.
Yeah, he got... Indeed. Yes, he asked. She said yes. This is totally on her, right? So, we've got Gerald on the line. Gerald went out with Holly, had a great first date. Unfortunately, no second date. We're going to try to help him out. So first of all, Gerald, tell us how you met Holly.
We met online. Did the dating app thing.
Okay. The dating app thing.
Yeah, so I just recently got divorced, and I'm sort of new to the dating scene. So apps, it's a bit of an adjustment for me.
All right. Okay. But it seemed like it worked out. You got a date with Holly.
Yeah, and actually it was one of the first dates I've been on. So, yeah, I guess it's not really working out that well. I don't know.
Well, let's see what happened here. So you're calling us, obviously. You went out with Holly. Did the date go well? Tell us what you did on your date.
We just went out for a drink. We got a beer together, and we really hit it off. I thought the date went really well. Conversation was great, and we said that we were going to see each other again, but she hasn't returned any of my calls or text messages.
Okay. Did anything go wrong on the date?
Not really. Not that I could think of. You know, we sat down, we had a drink, we talked for a little bit, and unless something came up in the conversation that she was uncomfortable with, or she's uncomfortable with me being divorced, I'm not sure.
It was pretty straightforward.
Yeah, everything was real straightforward, so I don't really know what the issue is.
All right, well, let's give her a call and see if we can figure out what's going on and see if we can get you a second date, okay?
Yeah.
So we've gotten a hold of Holly. She's agreed to come on the air with us. So, Holly, do you remember going out with Gerald?
Yes, I do.
Well, he said you guys had a great date, met for a beer, but he said he hadn't heard from you since and asked us to give you a call on his behalf.
Yeah, we did. We went out for a couple of drinks, and we had a good time. He's a really nice guy. I just don't think that he's in the right place now to be dating after his divorce.
He did tell us he had recently gotten a divorce, but I guess he was on the dating apps and ready to date, it seemed like.
And you're saying it's too soon for him, or?
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. It's just a weird situation. I think he just needs some more time before he's ready to date.
Okay, well, Gerald's on the other line, and he asked us to give you a call, like we said, on his behalf. Can we bring him in on this conversation so he can kind of figure out what's going on with you and him and see where he can go from there?
Sure.
Gerald, are you there?
Yeah. Hi. So I'm just curious, why do you think it's not a good time for me to be dating?
It's this is really awkward to say. It's that you don't have a job, and I just feel like you're still really entangled with your ex.
Well, I don't really think that's a fair sort of assessment of the situation. I mean, my ex and I, we have kids, so obviously I'm still entangled with her. So, I mean, it's going to be something that's going to be sort of permanent. I'm still involved in my kid's life, and so is she.
Yeah, I don't think it's so much the kids. I mean, I understand that. Like you and I talked about, my ex-husband and I have a child together, but we both work to support the child financially. And I just feel like since you're not working, it just creates an awkward situation. Like you're unemployed.
Well, hang on. I'm not unemployed. When I was married, I was a stay-at-home dad. And now that I'm divorced, I'm re-entering into the workforce. It's just going to take some time because I'm waiting for my kids to get settled into their new school. It's an adjustment for them. So, it's just a process.
No, I get that. I just think maybe you should wait until that happens before you start dating again.
I don't understand why that matters.
It matters because this is not a question that I ever thought I would ask. But I mean, you're almost 40 years old and you don't have a job. Like, what do you do?
Yeah,
for
but
money?
okay, that's really none of your business. And it's not like I'm like mooching off of anybody. I get a stipend from my ex, just like anybody else would in this sort of situation when there's a divorce. And then when I get a job, I'm not going to have that stipend anymore. I stay with the kids too. So like, it's not like I'm not doing anything.
Well, I get that, but I mean, it is kind of my business. We were on a date. We were thinking about continuing to date. So that is my business. And I just feel, I mean, in the back of my mind, I even wonder, like, did your ex-wife pay for our date?
You're really asking me that question.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't have a source of income, did she pay for it?
Yeah. God, that's so tacky. Oh, God. Okay. All right. I mean,
tacky. I think that's a reasonable question.
I don't have a job at an employer. I'm a stay-at-home father, like I was throughout the entire time that I was married after my kids were born.
But for money, like your ex she's paying you, right? Like your money is coming from her.
Yes, but it's just temporarily. So you're telling me if I were to get a job, then all of a sudden I can start dating. Is that your standard?
I mean, kind of. It's you're almost 40 years old, and just as a man,
okay, see, there you go. You have some weird expectations, and I
don't think
it's
that's a weird expectation.
I think it's very weird.
Expect a man to be employed and be responsible, and I mean, someone that I'm moving forward with in a relationship.
I'm responsible for my kids, and I am employed. I am employed with taking care of my kids at home.
But your wife is financially responsible for taking care of the kids and for you.
For a short period of time.
It just doesn't sound right to me. I mean, I feel really uncomfortable. Is she going to, if we were to go out again, would she pay for that too?
No. I mean, yeah, until I get a job and I'm able to support myself. This is like, I feel like I'm chasing my own tail here.
I just really think you should wait until you are gainfully employed and you have more to offer financially, where you're standing on your own 2 feet. You're not relying on an ex-wife.
I think that's ridiculous. That I think that's a very old school mentality.
It's not outdated. It's just traditional.
If the roles, hold on. If the roles were reversed, I was a stay-at-home mom, and my ex-husband was paying me alimony. Should she not be allowed to date? She can financially support herself.
I just don't feel comfortable if someone's ex-wife is paying for our relationship. That just feels really gross to me.
Not paying for the relationship. I earn that money. You're making it sound like I'm some sort of like lazy deadbeat that just sits at home and doesn't do anything.
We're gonna jump in here because our whole goal was to see if you two wanted to go on a second date. We'll pick up the tab for date number 2 if that makes a difference.
Nobody has to worry about who's going to pay. Hawkeye's going to pay for it.
Would you be interested in going out a second time, Holly, if we pick up the tab for date number 2?
No, I know that it's maybe old-fashioned, but I'm just traditional, and I just feel like a man should be a provider, and I don't feel Gerald is in that place.
Okay. We thank you so much for coming on the air with us. Do appreciate your time.
Thank you.
You know, you guys could have stepped in sooner and said you would have picked up the tab and we didn't have to have this conversation.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, but the conversation would have come up eventually. It just came up here.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That is okay. Here's
That's
a couple
messy.
That 888-787-1963 is our number. Here's a question: does Gerald need to wait to date? That's a question that you, the good people, could answer. I mean, just your opinion, obviously, but I mean, is Holly? Does she have a point? Like maybe it's better for you to wait because I feel weird going out and knowing that your ex-wife paid for this date.
Well, and he posed the question, what if the roles were reversed? Okay, what if the roles were reversed? Would you feel comfortable with her ex-husband paying for your meals?
Well, that's the interesting thing because traditional dating roles is that the man pays for the date.
Right.
So if the roles were reversed, that probably may not have come into play.
No, but if it does, if she's like, it's my turn to pay.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's the ex-husband that's providing?
If someone said it's my turn to pay and I know that they weren't actually working, and we're in that situation, I said, hey, you know what? Why don't we let me pay this time, and when you kind of get on your feet as you were hoping to do, then
But they're on their feet. They're providers for their son. I mean, that was his whole argument.
and that's true. I see his point. He does have a point. He's waiting to get a job until his kids start school and they get settled and everything, and that's his job, to be the stay-at-home dad. Got Henry on the line this morning. Henry went out with Lauren. He had a great first date, according to him, but unfortunately, he has not been able to line up a second date with Lauren. So we're going to see if we can help him out. So first of all, Henry, tell us how you met Lauren.
We know each other from work. We work in a warehouse.
What kind of warehouse?
It's just this large warehouse. It's for a big online company.
Oh, one that like a fulfillment center kind of place?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, I kind of get it. And I get stuff from there every day.
Okay, yeah, maybe you fulfilled our order. Okay, so you guys both work there?
Yes.
And knowing each other from work led to you asking her out?
Because, we work in the same department, we talk a lot at work, pretty much every day. And, I grew interested in her. And then at one point I was just like, I should just go for it finally. And so one day, finally, I asked her out.
That's fantastic. What'd you guys do on your date?
We actually went to Studio Movie Grill, movie and food.
All right. That's a good date. And how did that go?
I thought we had a really good time. Movie was good. Food was good. But I haven't heard from her since. And it's embarrassing. She's avoiding me at work now. It's very clear that the vibe is now off at work.
Well, did something go wrong on the date? Possibly. It sounds like something may have happened.
I mean, we always ask.
I don't believe so. No, I thought it was going well.
Okay. All right. Well, let's give her a call and see if we can figure out what's going on. See if we can get you a second date, okay?
Okay.
So we've gotten a hold of Lauren, and she's agreed to come on the air with us. So, Lauren, do you remember going out with Henry?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Is there a reason you didn't get back to him?
Yeah.
What's going on? He said you guys work together, and he said also it sounds like you're avoiding him.
Oh, yeah, I am avoiding him. I don't want to talk to that guy ever again.
What happened on this date?
Okay, well, I don't know what he talked about, but we went to Studio Movie Grill.
Yeah, he did mention that.
Yeah, so, you got something to eat while you're watching the movie, right? So, halfway through the movie, the waiter came around and she asked if we wanted anything else. And I was like, yeah, can I get another beer? And as soon as I did that, Henry, waved her off, and he told me to, quote, cool it.
Whoa. He told you to cool it?
Yeah, he told me to cool it, to get a second beer.
Okay.
Oh, so wait, he didn't like the fact that you were getting a second beer?
Yeah, well, he told me to cool it, and I was disgusted.
We want to make sure we got this right. You're watching the movie, the server comes by and asks if you want anything, you say another beer, and then you sure he was telling you to cool it? I mean, not maybe someone around you or something?
No, he looked me dead in the eyes and said, cool it.
Okay. Well, here's the deal. He didn't mention that. He just said you guys had a good time on the date. He did say you were avoiding him at work, it felt like, and apparently you are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, he's on the other line. Can we bring him in on this conversation to kind of find out what he was thinking when he told you that? And this is totally up to you. We can end this right now if you would like to, but it's totally up to you.
I guess. Sure.
Henry, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Is what Lauren said, is that accurate? You told her to cool it when she wanted to get a second beer?
Look, I just meant, like, look, just...
No, I just meant, Henry, you never tell a woman to cool it. Just never. Point blank, period. That is so rude. That is so misogynistic. How dare you, frankly? How dare you speak for me? How dare you look me in the eyes and say something like that? How dare you speak to the waiter in front of me like that? Like, that is so, frankly, unacceptable. I can't even believe that.
I was just trying to, like, I didn't want it to, like, drink too much. I was
You didn't want me to drink too much? I had one beer for a 2.5-hour movie. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but, like, just the one was enough. You know, I was going to have one, and I didn't mean, like cool it, like in a mean way. I was just saying, hey, come on. Like,
how is that not mean? Like, I don't understand. Like, how is that ever appropriate?
I thought we were having a good time.
How does that work for you? Has any woman ever been like, oh, yeah, I'll cool it?
Look, I thought it was going well. I thought we were having a good time. And, you know, I just felt like, hey, like, I think we both had enough. You just seem like the kind of person who I would have to tell to slow down. So,
I seem like the kind of person that you would have to tell to slow down? Are you so for real right now? I can't even believe I'm listening to this. Are you guys listening to this man? Do you understand why I never want to talk to this person ever again? This is insane.
Look, I was just giving you some constructive criticism on a date. Okay? Like, it's nothing to get mad about.
Criticism.
You're really that mad about this? Come on.
You want to go that route there, Henry? You don't want to go the apology route? You want to go the are you sure you're really mad route?
Yeah, like, look, Lauren, I'm sorry, okay? Are you still there?
Unfortunately.
Maybe the way I said it, maybe the way it came up, maybe I shouldn't have said. I'm sorry about that. I shouldn't have done it. I don't know. I guess I was just out of my element there. And I guess this is going to be really awkward at work right now. So I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I don't accept your apology, and I don't ever want to see you again.
Well, that would be okay, I guess, if you guys didn't work together, even though it's a really large warehouse / fulfillment type center. Lauren, obviously you don't want to go out with Henry. We don't, so we won't make the offer for a second date. But you two do work together, and he did apologize. Is there an opportunity at least to be have a civil relationship at work? And that's totally up to you. That's just what we're throwing it out there.
Do you work at the warehouse, Hawkeye?
No, but I have 2 packages out right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be cordial, but don't come up and talk to me.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough.
All right, Lauren. Thank you so much for coming on the air. Do appreciate your time.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
Henry, Hawkeye's really trying to help you here, being HR and everything.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Okay. Well, I mean, maybe you learned a little something here also on the date. You said you were a little bit out of your element. Maybe you were a little nervous or something. I don't know what you really meant by that, but that being said, maybe take something away from all this.
Maybe you should cool it next time.
I really should. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on a first date, so yeah.
Okay. Well, I think now that he looks back at it, he realizes that probably wasn't the course of action he should have taken.
Hawkeye. If somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time.
Well, then there's that.
If that's how he reacts like that and feels comfortable enough to speak that way, what's to come?
That's a good point. That's a very good point. It's just at the end, he did seem like he was genuinely...
Well, he's on the radio.
Yeah. And I did want to make it at least... I use this platform at least to make it so they don't both feel uncomfortable going to work. Because they work together. I mean, that's
kind of... 2 packages out.
I got 2 packages out.